Ladies and gentle fucks, how in the hell are all of you motherfuckers doing? What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another installment of the Chelsea Unfiltered Show. The last one of the season. It's technically the last one of the season. But we'll still be making content for you guys. No worries. Oh, Velvishon, my man. Yeah, you know what, Velvy? I'll give it to you, man. You guys were close. But it is what it is. You can still go ahead and win the Champions League and say you got a treble there. It's okay. It's okay that you don't have the quad. You don't need the quad. The last thing I need is other Liverpool fans that aren't you just stroking their dicks all over fucking Chelsea fans and United fans, and it was for the better of football that you guys don't get the quad. Oh man, but what's going on, Hassan? Welcome Velvy, welcome everyone so far. Yeah, so we kind of have a lot to talk about in a sense. Hassan, you are touching on it right there. There's a lot to cover, so let's just get right to it. Make sure you guys who are here, smash the like button, subscribe if you're new, leave a comment down below, let us know what you think of our discussion today and on this installment of the Chelsea Unfiltered Show. And hit that bell notification so you don't miss our future live streams and all that stuff. If you do hear my fan in the background, let me know. Just give me. I'll read it and I'll sort it out. But it is very hot here in the USA. We're hitting 90 Fahrenheit. What's that in Celsius for my fair weather friends over in the UK? That is 32 degrees Celsius. So yeah, we're hitting 32 degrees here in the United States. Starting to get warm, and so that's why that's why the guns got to come out and all that. but it's mostly because it's hot. I have a little tiny fan here just to get me through it. So hopefully I'll adjust this. Hopefully it's not too annoying. But yeah, if it gets annoying, I'll turn it off. I'll just deal with not having it. But yeah, guys, so let's get this show on the road. Let's start off. Let's work our way. Okay, you know what? Just for this occasion, let's go ahead and pull up the Premier League table because we're gonna need it. I'm sorry, this might hurt you, Velvy, but I have to do this. Okay. Let's start off with your boys. Your boys in not Clareton blue. What's that? What's the other color that West Ham? The purple, maroon, the plum purple, the plum red maroon fucking color, the terrible fucking color that is that uniform. That kit. Let's check this out. So let me actually adjust this better. This way, that way. Actually no, we had it better like this. There you go. I'll do that. There you go. That way you guys can see it a little better. Let me retract chat, that way you guys can also see it full screen. Here we go. So Burnley's finally gone, guys. Burnley is finally gone. Who would have ever believed it? Burnley's done. The boys in Burnley, the Sean Dyche Sean Dyche and his outlandish crew of Brexiters are finally relegated. Who would have seen it coming? With the 1920, nah, chill. That year doesn't count, Velvy. That year doesn't count, man. That was a leap year. we had to skip that year. They not sacking him was worst mistake. I mean, he only kept him up for how long, Hassan? He only kept him in the Premier League for how many years? So I don't blame him for not getting the sack. So I can't sit here and say otherwise. Whew. But yeah, I kind of was happy to see it, kind of because I feel bad for Leeds. Last season, Leeds were a fantastic team. There's a reason they finished 10th place, I believe. believe they finished 10th last season. Yeah, ninth. Ninth to almost being relegated this season. I was like, no, it can't go down this way. It really can't. And they had a very terrible season. They lost Bamford. They lost. They had other injuries as well. I think Bamford was the only one to. Jesus Christ! Hold on. Oh yeah, Sean Dyche did get sacked, right? Oh, that's what you were saying, Hassan. Oh, I misunderstood that. Yeah, they shouldn't have done that. Yeah, that was definitely a mistake on their half. They should not have sacked Sean Dyche, considering Sean Dyche only kept them up and relevant for how many years? 7 to 8 years, right, Hassan? Yeah, that was a big mistake on their half. So Leeds survive. Leeds survive, man. And good on them. Hopefully next year they come back stronger with Jesse Marsh or whoever is their manager or is going to be their manager. And it turns out it works out, you know. Hopefully it works out for them. I do like Leeds to a certain extent, despite the rivalry they have with Chelsea. But we move. No, this upsets me. So I was hoping that United would actually finish in 7th place, but oh my god, this happened? How? When? Dude, when I was checking this game, it was 1-0, and then I got so distracted with City and Liverpool that I didn't check back. But how did you end up losing 3-1 when you have Europa League to fight for? Our goals for improved massively. Excuse me? Our goals have improved massively? Is that what you're saying? Is this true? I wonder if this is actually factually correct. I don't know if it is, but that stinks for West Ham. I was actually kind of cheering West Ham on because it would have been nice to see United in the Europa Conference. Imagine having a big team like fucking Man United of all teams in the Europa Conference. How crazy would that be? I like myself better here. No. No. Okay, I can't move myself in the other corner. That was what I was trying to do. But yeah, so fuck, dude, that sucks. West Ham is going to be going to the Europa Conference. And United scamper away with enough points so that they don't have to worry about that. They actually win their game, though? Did they end up? No, they lost. They lost to fucking Vieira. What a joke of a team United was this season, huh? And it shows. Like, so I don't know if I'm going to do this next week. I might take a break this Sunday and come back the following Sunday. Kind of like a little international break, and we'll talk about our we'll react to the earlier Premier League predictions that CHEWAT Unfiltered did. Oh my god, imagine Ronaldo in the conference. Holy shit, Ronaldo in the Europa Conference. Oh my god, that's terrible. You might as well retire now, Ronaldo. Just do it. There's no point. You don't want to continue with this team. You don't want this team. No. You're good, man. Just retire. Just let it go. Retire at MLS. Have a great, fantastic season at the MLS. People will still remember you and glorify you. Arsenal, the bottle jobs that are Arsenal. Arteta is a liar, or Arteta this, Arteta that. Fucking undercover James Franco. I don't know. I'm just saying random things. But Arsenal are not in Champions League. They're back where they belong, in the Europa League. And they can stay there for all I care. You have Arteta coming out saying that, we overperformed. It's like, yeah, you did overperform. To be honest, you guys don't even deserve to be in the top 8, in my opinion. Look at your team. But then, you got Spurs, unfortunately. They're going to Champions League next season, and we're going to see them get eliminated in the knockout rounds, right? That's how it works. So we're going to get to see Spurs slapped up by hopefully Roma. Actually, Speaking of, how did Serie A finish? Are Roma in top 4? No, they're not. That's unfortunate. So maybe Spurs will go back to Europa and then get slapped up by Mourinho's Roma. Yeah, you guys can't see it, but I guess it's still going. I think today is the last game of the season for Serie A as well. We got Milan, Inter, Napoli, and Juve in fucking the top 4. Milan, AC Milan might win the Scudetto this year. That's crazy. Inter Milan wasn't that far back either. Interesting. 6 and lucky to finish 6 also in Serie A. Fair? No, Gabriel, you're right. You're right, Gabriel. You're right. They are also in Serie A, so who cares? Tammy had a good season though. In Serie A. In Serie A. No, but they Hassan, they didn't get Europa Conference, they got a Europa League. They're in regular Europa League. But let's continue laughing at Arsenal and their misery. Talk about bottle jobs. They decide to finally show up and score in the very last game they needed to. In hopes that Tottenham would bottle it against Norwich, of all teams. Are you serious? Norwich? You really think Tottenham can't beat Norwich? Conte cannot beat Norwich? First of all, kudos to Conte. I have to respect Conte because this man came into this shambolic team that was Tottenham with under Nuno, a Kane that wasn't performing, a Son being the only thing working for them. Got one transfer window. There you go. You love to see it. Varna, thank you for informing us, man. You love to see it. Milan already won the Scudetto a few hours ago with Giroud, Tomori, and Bakayoko. Ooh. Chelsea all over the globe winning it still. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I got to give kudos to Conte. I really do. This man came into this team that was in shambles. Let's get it right, guys. This team was in shambles. You had a Kane that wasn't performing. Son was the only good player there, and a terrible back line. Romero being their best defender, replacing what was it? Alderweireld. What's the Belgian guy's name? I forgot. I forgot how to even pronounce it, so don't even bother. But like, you guys know who I'm talking about. Sanchez and Romero in the back. Like, it was a terrible team, and he came in and just completely changed the fucking DNA of this team. Had one transfer window, brought in Kulusevski. Who else did he bring in the transfer window? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Kulusevski's the only one that's relevant because this guy comes in and starts fucking meshing with everyone, and now you have this dangerous attacking three of Kane, Son, and Kulusevski. Kulusevski, who's been having a fantastic fucking season. I think Kulusevski came from Serie A, one of the few players that came from Serie A, and it actually like transitioned pretty well. And again, Conte knowing how to play players to his strength, which is why, hey, Antonio Conte, if you want Romelu Lukaku and you want to give us Kane, I'm not going to be mad about that. Unpopular opinion, maybe, but I'm not going to be mad about that. I think that's a good trade. But yeah, Tottenham fucking smacked up Norwich. I think, and maybe it comes up here. I think Son got the golden boot, right? I think because of the goals that Sonny scored today, he overthrew Salah and got the golden boot. Oh yeah, Bentancur. Thank you, Velvy. I forgot about that. But yeah, Bentancur also came from Juve. Okay. Son and Salah share it. Okay, so they're going to have to rock, paper, scissors, shoot to see who is the golden boot this season. But no, for Son to have had the season he's had, I would argue his season was better than Salah's. But Salah, I'm not going to... Oh, because Salah scored today. Oh, you're right, guys. I forgot he scored today. They're going to have to share the golden boot. What's going on, Gary? Welcome, brother. Welcome. Yeah, I mean, who do you guys think? Who do you guys think was the better player this season when it comes to goal scoring? Do you give it to Salah or do you give it to Son? So, That's a good point. It is a good point. But at the end of the day, though, you still got to score those penalties, right? But Son had 0 pens versus Salah, so if they just have to decide, it should be Son. Okay, I can't disagree with that. That is a very good good opinion there. Good input. Salah also got top assister. Yeah, I mean, look, in recent games, Salah hasn't been that great, but I think for 2/3 of the season, Salah was the best player in the Premier League for 2/3 of the season. That's also why I don't understand how Kevin De Bruyne got player of the season, I believe, right? Did Kevin De Bruyne get player of the season? I don't even know. But if he did, it wouldn't make sense to me because I felt like Kevin De Bruyne had a good stint in the beginning of the season that he just wasn't really performing up to par. I think he was injured or fighting injury. Okay, but we'll come back to that. And you know what, guys? I'll leave it up to a poll. Here, let me type this up right now. Who deserves Golden Boot? The option of Sonny and Salah. And at the end of the stream, we'll see who won. How about that, boys? How about that? You guys can go ahead and vote your hearts away. Vote your hearts away. There you go. KDB and Foden, and probably Pep another City PR sweep. Yeah, I don't know how KDB really got player of the season. If anyone should have gotten player of the season, it should have been either like Son, it could have been Salah, it could have been I mean, who else are contenders up there? Bernardo Silva, you could argue, deserves it more than KDB. I feel like KDB had KDB had a lot of impact towards the very end of the season, where it mattered at the business end of the season. But also, I don't know. I kind of go back and forth with it. Rodrigo, what's going on, brother? Haven't seen you in a while. KDB, the industry plant. He's so mechanical. He's like a robot, no sauce at all. How has Foden got young one? He's not a top 5 youth player this season. I don't know, man. Foden had a pretty decent season. I don't know. That's a good point. Who else would have gotten it though? Like, you could argue Gordon, but Gordon wasn't good until like Lampard showed up. Damari Gray's up there. He's decent, but again, he had a lackluster season after the first like few weeks. So you can't really give it to anyone else. Don't say Mount. But you can't really give it to anyone else but what's his face? Foden, really. Okay, there you go. I mean, if this is true, this should have been true for the Premier League, to be honest. I don't get how the Premier League issued Player of the Year to De Bruyne for his last efforts of the season. But all right, let's get back to this. And I'll come back to this discussion, guys. Man City, Liverpool. This one was a crazy one. I'm not going to lie to you. City were losing 2-0. City were losing 2-0 at halftime, I believe. Right? Halftime? And Liverpool had it in their hands. It was a draw. It was a 1-1 game. They were losing at first, and then they came back. Mane with the fucking goal to tie it up. And all of a sudden, I don't know. First of all, how they even got in a situation to begin with. Man City, I don't know. They should not be losing 2-0 to... Holy shit, who were they playing? I totally just blanked out on who Man City were playing. Let me look this up real quick. Oh, Aston Villa, thank you. They should not be losing 2-0 to Aston Villa, especially this Aston Villa. This Aston Villa team has been shit. Look at where they are in the table, man. 14th. Yeah, Gerrard, you didn't do much, did you now, buddy? Huh? And then all of a sudden, they go crazy and they start scoring. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Velvy, we appreciate you being here and correcting me. Correcting my narrative. By the way, guys, I will drop the link in a little bit. So chill. I'll drop the link. I'll have you guys come on and we'll talk about the game. We'll talk about the season or the table and whatever you guys want to talk about. But And all of a sudden, Man City turned it around and end up winning. I don't understand how they even got in a situation, especially a team of quality of like Man City's. And yeah, I'm glad they turned it around. I'm sorry, Velvy. I can't have Liverpool bragging about a treble this soon. But yeah, Gerrard, he didn't do you any justice, unfortunately. I'm not calling it Gerard Bottles. I'm calling it fuck you, Mings, Watkins, and Chambers. There you go. Yeah, Mings has not had a very good season. Aston Villa in general have not had a good season ever since they lost. But yeah, let's talk about Chelsea. Let's talk about Chelsea, and let's talk about that game today, guys. Look, I'm happy we got a result. I'm happy we won. I'm happy that we ended it on a strong note, which was very very nice that the team mentality was good enough today that they decided, oh, we're still going to get a result regardless of whatever happens. But yeah, I felt like today that lineup was very strong. I did not expect that strong of a lineup. I thought we were just going to bring in Chalobah. Malang Sarr was going to play and start. I expected Kennedy to start. And Kennedy, you know what? For having only played this game this season, had a decent game. Had to come off with injury, unfortunately. We saw a little bit of Ben Chilwell towards the end, right, guys? He touched the ball. It was nice. It was like a preseason game, then last game of the season. Yeah, Gary, you're right. It did feel that way, 100%. And yeah, today was. I think the performance was overall good. I mean, let's go player through player, I guess. And in fact, let me actually just pop this open, and we'll discuss it like this. Lineup. Here we go. So let's go player for player and talk about who did well, who didn't, who was okay. I'll share this again. We'll talk about it. So let's do this. There we go. You guys can see it. So Mendy, yeah, there was a few opportunities. Mendy had to save us. Let's get it right. Mendy had to save us from what? 2 clear-cut shots that, you know, on a bad day would have ended up pretty bad. So yeah, Mendy, of course, always a good performance. Thiago Silva. Look, we're going to talk about this, and you guys are going to call me salty or a hater, but I really think Thiago Silva should have gotten player of the season. We'll discuss it. Cesar Azpilicueta, he almost scored an own goal against us on potentially his last day of the season. Potentially this guy's last day of the season, he almost scores an own goal against us, which I find to be hilarious. But, I mean, I'm glad that didn't happen. That would have been a fucking shitty way to end your career with Chelsea. Imagine. Oh, my God. Rudiger, solid as always. When he left the pitch, got a standing ovation as he deserves it, to be honest. Like, we don't deserve Rudiger. We don't. After the way the fan base has treated him. But it was nice that he's been respectful despite all of the things that happened, despite all of the things that were said to him, and all of the things that Matt Law stirred up when the whole Lampard thing happened. Like, despite the playtime and the treatment of him, he was still so respectful. We're going to be reacting. If there's time, I'm going to react to the Antonio Rudiger 10-minute video with him leaving the club, and we'll talk about it. Because there is some things I do want to talk about in that video specifically. But yeah, like, he got a standing ovation as he deserves it. I was glad that we got to see him play and we got to see the best of him. And whatever happens in Real Madrid, wish you the best in your future endeavors, man. Really wish you the best in your future endeavors. I can talk. Saul was good the first half. Second half, disappeared. Second half completely disappeared. I didn't even see him anymore, but he was okay. He was moving around. You know, I think he was happy to just be playing, but he's definitely going back to Atletico Madrid. Conte kind of game. No triplets. It was just, you know, bad passes, but would make up for it with some decent interceptions. I think he had a solid performance. I think the connection was there. There was good 1-2, and he just, I'll just give him a 7 or whatever, like a solid performance. Reece James, just another solid performance. It's good to see him back on the pitch, and he could have scored today with that Ziyech pass, which we got to talk about Ziyech in a bit. But that Ziyech pass with the 1-2, but he just cut through like 3 defenders just to get to Reece, and Reece couldn't do anything with it. Oh man, it was unfortunate, but what are you gonna do? Ziyech, I like Ziyech, man, and I want him to stay, but if he goes, I get it. It is what it is. Now Kennedy is the interesting one we got to talk about. Kennedy had a decent game, and it makes me wonder why we didn't play him sooner when we couldn't play Alonso, or when Alonso was not in good form. Like, instead of playing Malang Sarr, why didn't we play Kennedy? We had Kennedy in a few games where we opted for Malang Sarr. So I don't know what Tuchel's mindset is. Like, yeah, you're not wrong. Kennedy is not defensively disciplined. I get it. But neither is Alonso, really. And you put him in attack. He did decent. He assisted Kai for his goal, which was great. It was a nice goal. It was a good assist, a good cross on the other side of the box, cut right through the defense. It was really good. It was really good vision from Kennedy. So I don't think we're gonna see him next season. It would be interesting. You're shameless, Hashi. Shameless, bro. Shameless, dog. Come on, man. You're shameless, bro. You know very well that is we we were sold a false idol with Alonso, bro. We thought we signed the best left wing back in the game, and we ended up getting fucking beans. It's like it's like that scene in oh my god, what's that show? Oh no, how am I forgetting this? Squid Games. It's like that scene in Squid Games where the guy and the marbles, and the guy's like, you can have my marbles, and then he leaves and he checks the marbles and they're rocks. That's what Alonso is. Alonso's a bag of rocks. He definitely moves like them. He moves like he has bags of rocks in his boots, man. Oh my God, Kai, welcome, bro, welcome. I always love to have him here. Chelsea fans have the standards of a 4'2" dude in a Swedish nightclub, I swear. Oh, I know what you're talking about. We'll get to that. But Ziyech, to me, it's just Ziyech is one of the few players on the team that I feel like wants to score a goal and tries to score a goal. So, I mean, I want to see him next season. I really do. But if he doesn't stay because of play time, because of the way our formation is, or we just lack the players to complement him, I get it. And I'm not going to be mad about it. I'm not. I mean, it is what it is. He has had a very on and off season. I don't know how much of it you can blame on him or how much of it you can blame on the system, but it is what it is. It's unfortunate. Havertz, of the whole attacking three, I think Havertz had the best game today. He scored, but he had the best game in the sense that he was the most dangerous of the attack. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that he didn't score more. He had plenty of opportunities to score. He has to work on his finishing for next season, and I'm sure he's going to, but I love Havertz. I'm not going to deny it. I'm not going to sit here and tell you differently, guys. But he should have scored more today. But he looked good. He was getting in dangerous areas. Hopefully for next season, he's working a lot harder on the finishing because he needs to be better on finishing. He really does. He is our second highest goal scorer. There you go. And he didn't get nearly as much play time as our highest goal scorer, which we're going to talk about. Mason Mount today, average game. Nothing to really cry home about. Had some moments of brilliance. That was fantastic. Good fucking ball control. He's improving as a player, and I'm not going to sit here and be mad about it. I think it's great. We need people to step up. And towards the latter half of the season, he did step up. But again, we need to understand that Mason Mount this season has been good in clusters, and we don't need play. And not even just Mason Mount. Let's get it right. Mason, Kai, Ziyech, Pulisic, all of our attack have been good in clusters, and it's like that's not good enough. That's not going to win us the Prem. We have been good in clusters. We have been good in parts and aspects. You know, when one player doesn't perform well, he gets dropped. Another player starts to perform well. You know, Mason did a good job of towards the end of the season picking up the pace, performing well, and he kept his spot for the most part. You know, today, average game. I'm not going to say like, oh, great game, player of the season, Kevin De Bruyne-esque game. Like, no, he was okay. He did great things and at some points and just wasn't really there as involved as I would like him to be. But overall, average game. And you know what? The fact that Ross Barkley came into this game and actually scored the goal that won us the game, look, that's our season. That's our season. That's honestly, in a nutshell, that is our season. That's our season right there in a nutshell. But look, we finished third. It's great that we finished third. I'm happy that we've improved since last season in that aspect, that we actually finished higher than last season, but we definitely need to improve. We need another left wing back. We can't just highly depend on Alonso and Chilwell. Alonso's probably not going to be here next season, which good riddance. Look, Alonso, respectfully, Alonso had a very great season towards the end of the season. The beginning of the season was strong. The end of the season was strong, but there was a lot of middle there that we're not talking about that was absolutely horrendous and putrid, and Alonso is just not good enough. I'm just sorry. Like, if you like Alonso, I'm sorry. Wait, Ross Barkley could actually score against Liverpool in cup competitions. Put some respect on his name. God damn it. But yeah, that's the end of the season. We ended it with a W, which is great. Hopefully we work out all the kinks that we need to work out. We've talked about it multiple times here on the stream, guys. We need midfielders, we need defenders, we need a revamp in the attack. We need contract extensions for certain players like Mendy. Pulisic is up for debate as well. You know, we need to find out what we're going to do with Deadwood. There's a lot of work to do, and especially considering Bowley saying he's going to get us a new stadium and all that. There's a lot of work that needs to be done. So that being said, we're going to have a busy summer. We are still going to be making content here. I'm going to be trying to update you guys on what I know and keep myself informed and in the loop. We're still going to have the Chelsea Unfiltered Show every Sunday. Super Ross Barkley. We're still gonna make content for you guys, and don't worry, there's gonna be more content. There's gonna be more streams for you guys to join in on and just have a discussion. And we'll be having some debates. We'll be having all types of things. Hopefully, I'm gonna look at the schedule for Chelsea in the summer. Hopefully, maybe I can catch a Chelsea game in the summer when they do their little grand tour. Hopefully, Ruben Loftus-Cheek doesn't break his Achilles again. But yeah, what's a priority though? I think midfield and defensives are, and it sucks to say it, Rodrigo. It really sucks to say this because I felt like prior to our midfield dilemma and all of our defenders leaving, I felt like the biggest priority was fixing the attack. Everything else would have been fine. But now it's a much bigger problem, and now we have to worry about the defense and all that first before we can even touch that attack. But guys, I'm gonna go ahead and react really quickly to Antonio Rudiger's video, basically saying his goodbyes to the club. And hopefully this works. Hopefully we don't have any audio issues and you guys can hear it. But let's go ahead. I'm going to turn off the music here, and let's go ahead and pop this open right here. Let's react to this.
It has been 5 years, not 5 months. A long time.
It's crazy. It's actually like when you deep it for a minute, he's been in the club for 5 years and it's been up and down. He won the Premier League with us. He won the Champions League with us. He won the Europa League with us. He won a lot. I think Rudiger, for having only been here 5 years, has done a lot. We move.
Chelsea gave me the platform to express myself, to show who I am.
First Rudiger!
Also, who can forget Batman Rudiger, right? Batman Rudiger was probably the best Rudiger.
And it's Tony Rudiger who runs to the Chelsea fans in that far corner.
I decided to take on a new journey. A lot of people are not happy about it. I can fully understand. But what I have to say is I felt your love, especially from the fans. I felt the love of the fans. I felt the love of the coaches I had, and definitely I'm gonna miss everything.
This is like the opposite of what Lukaku did. I'm just deep in that for a second. Like, you know, Lukaku, if you had just done something nice like this, you probably would have gotten a lot of love. Like, Rudiger doesn't owe us this. The fact that Rudiger's doing this shows that, like, he actually loves the club. I don't know. We might have to have a debate on this at some point in the future. Is Antonio Rudiger a Chelsea legend? We're going to have a discussion about it. For sure. For sure, we're going to have a discussion about it.
It's an amazing journey. You know,
he came from Roma.
To have played for Chelsea.
I remember that.
This never came into my mind when I was that young and everything, because it was at that time it was not realistic. For me, Roma was already a big step because it's the first time I left Germany, and
that is true. For players that are starting off their career, for them to have to go from a domestic club in their country to Roma, that's already a big step, because Roma's not a small club. But then from there to Chelsea, that's a big step. So, look, I appreciate that he's doing this. I appreciate that he actually appreciates it, and you can see he actually really loves his club and he wanted to stay. We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Club like Chelsea, and they were winning the league. Like, it was, for me, it was like a movie. You know, like, it was really, really nice. Like, I was very, very happy that day. My first game in front of like English fans and everything, home fans. This moment I will never forget. Although we lost and everything, but the fans were chanting like Rudy, Rudy, Rudy. And this was for me like a bit like, whoa, okay, so fast. Like, but this is the way they showed their appreciation, and yes, and I will never forget it, because it was for me something quite new.
I don't think they were chanting Rudy, Rudy, Rudy for very long now, were they? You guys can be the verdict. I think after a few games, I think the Chelsea fans started to think, oh man, we may have made a mistake here. The Sheffield, what was it? The Sheffield game where he just not good. That was under Lampard, right? I don't remember. I try to forget these bad things. Until he wins multiple Premier Leagues, he won't be a Chelsea legend. Yeah.
No, it was like, that was my moment.
I love how they actually found that game and replayed the audience chant. This is a really well put together little goodbye thing. They really put a lot of work into this.
29th of May 2021.
That's Champions League, I'm pretty sure.
The Champions League was something.
Yeah, Champions League.
This was something magical. Like, we achieved
Batman
something.
Rudiger is the best Rudiger.
Really, not many people thought we are capable of. We got into the plane and flew to Porto. It wasn't the same. It wasn't the same like when we flew to because we played, for example, against Atletico Madrid. We played against Porto. It was not the same, you know. Like, it was like you felt it in the air. It was in the air. Like, not everyone was like very focused already, like a day before. After the dinner, like me, Ziyech, Zuma, and obviously myself, we went to pray after, like we all together, and sorry, N'Golo was also there, Kante. So we were praying, and usually after the prayers, like, we sit there and laugh and everything, but like, we said just good night. Everybody went into their rooms. Yeah, we said, Inshallah, like, by God willing, we will win tomorrow. And then everybody part. I was ready for this because that was my, you know, like for myself, like from where I came, you know, like being at this stage, you know, like the whole year, like, you know, like from the beginning, I was not playing, I was not in the squad and everything. And then turning my season into that, like that was my biggest pressure. I had to put like, the pineapple on the cake.
Put the gem on the cake? Gem from GNA TV? But no, honestly, like he that's a good thing he points out. The fact that he went that season from not playing, finally convincing Lampard to play him, to ending up being one of our best defenders that season and like saving us from goal scoring opportunity during that Champions League final. Rudiger really stepped up. Rudiger really stepped up. And I see you guys. Oh wow, this is an interesting take. I honestly don't think he's gonna be a massive miss. I don't know if I can agree with that, Gary. I feel like there aren't many good left center backs in the game. You could have the debate that he wasn't that great with the four in the back, but even with the four in the back, I feel like. But yeah, you guys are right. I mean, Tuchel did make Rudiger the player he was. And also to point out, he was talking about how like important that Champions League game was. Remember how we pointed out the fact that like they looked like they were ready to win. They looked like they had been there, whereas like the Man City players were all jittery and like nervous. You could tell they were nervous. This team, the mentality they had going into that game was top tier, and I don't think we've even touched that mentality since.
So, and that was my biggest pressure, and I just wanted to win. You know, like the celebration, like me, I was in the bathroom with N'Golo, because
pause.
You know, like the champagne things and everything. Like I'm not someone who participates in things like that. So me and him, me, him, Zuma, and Ziyech, we went into the bathroom there because there we had our piece, and we just looked at each other, and N'Golo just started laughing, you know, like, and when he laughs, it's like you're directly positive, you know, like, and he said like, wow, we really did it, you know, like, and we were looking at the medal, took picture, selfie together, you know, and now it was really, really like a very special moment. It makes me even laugh now, you know, like it was really, really good.
Look at that. Him and N'Golo. Look at them. Best buddies, best pals. They've only been in this club together for what, basically the whole time Rudiger's been here and N'Golo's been here. Right? Or did he come after? I don't know. I didn't realize that Ziyech, Zuma, N'Golo, and Rudiger were like buddies like that. I know Zuma and Ziyech were really buddy, but I didn't know they were all buddy like that.
For 21 years, and then all of a sudden finish, you know, like
I think this is an important part.
It's not easy to take, you know, because there's a lot of uncertainty, you know, like everything is unsure. You don't know, some people maybe if a new ownership comes they will lose their job or something like this, and you kind of feel with people, you know, like.
So I mean, I was saying in another stream previously how I don't think this whole ownership thing is really getting to the players, but I get where he's coming from. I guess there is a level of uncertainty. You don't know what is going to happen with your future. You don't know what is going to happen to the club, if you're going to even be able to go to the game, or if you're going to be able to even play the next game. Like, there's a lot of pressures, but I felt like after a certain amount of time where we established, like, okay, this is what the new norm for Chelsea is going to be under these sanctions, I felt like you didn't need any more excuses. The uncertainty should have gone away. You know, so I sympathize with him to a certain extent. Like, I get it. There is an uncertainty to it all, and you don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what's going to happen to the club, what's going to happen with your contract, which is why I don't blame Rudiger for going, because of that uncertainty as well, which we'll get to.
Like, because, like, at the end of the day, we have to be professional, but there will come also the time where you see, hey, we are not robots, we are also human beings. you know, like, and we also have things to think about,
Yeah,
you know.
I agree with this.
So, and yeah, it was like it was not always easy. And then like you hear in the media, yeah, we cannot fly anymore or something like this. When we read it, when we saw this, we were laughing about it, because at the end of the day, like, what's the problem to drive bus? It's also nice, you know.
Not wrong. You're not wrong.
To go with the plane.
They get the nice buses too.
Wow.
They get the nice buses too. It's not like they fucking get like a rinky-dink school bus. Like they get those nice, like, you know, bougie buses. So it's not that big of a deal.
Come on, like this is for me. This is it's not really a restriction, to be very honest with you. I'm privileged.
Fuck yeah, you are.
To...
Oh yeah, you're privileged. Oh, you're privileged as fuck now, dude. How much money are you fucking earning at Real Madrid now? How much are you going to be earning? Yeah. Oh, yeah. If there's a word, greater privilege, use that one. But yeah, man, Rudiger, you got money now, bro.
To sit in a small plane, like big or small, like, come on, like, this is, for me, I didn't see that as too bad. It was more the uncertainty, you know, like, don't know what's going to happen, you know. But also hard for people, like, you know, because you have workers there, you have chef cooks there, you have cleaners and everything, you know, like, they don't know.
Those are the people that really should be worried. Those people that, you know, were dealing with all that, if they had to come to work or not, like, the sanctions were really dumb. I'm glad that's over. I'm so glad that's over.
They have more like a risk of something than, for example, me or my team colleagues, you know. For me, myself, like, we were at that time, we were in negotiations. Early August, between my brother and Marina. The first offer, we weren't too happy about it. So, and after that, there was a long gap of nothing. There was a long gap of nothing and a hell of a lot of speculations. So, like, 3rd of January was from August, 3rd of January was the last time. The 3rd of January was then the time when me and Marina spoke. There's a gap between August and January where we could maybe find together.
So I defend Marina on a lot of things. I do. You guys have been here. You guys have seen me do it. I defend Marina for a lot of shit. That right there. That's not good. That's not good. From August to January, you knew how important this player was to the team. You knew that this player wanted to stay, and you knew that Tuchel wanted this player to stay. And you didn't negotiate again until January? What the fuck are you doing, Marina? I was here defending you. I was here leading the Marina Simp Brigade. And you let me down like this? This is why Rudiger leaves? What? Why? Why wait? September, October, November, December. Why wait almost about 5 months to renegotiate contracts with one of your best players? Whether you guys think he's one of the best players or not, that's up to the debate, but yeah. I mean, yeah, Rodrigo, come on, bro. Like, it's a given. But still, that's that right there. That right there is almost unforgivable. What if that had been, I don't know, let's just say Mount or Kova or Mendy or Thiago Silva to MH. But like, still, it's absolutely not forgivable that they let that much time pass before you could renegotiate with him. And by the time you had to renegotiate it, of course, you're not going to fucking predict what's going to happen. And by the way, anyone in the backstage, I will let you on in a little bit. Just let me finish up this video. We're almost done. And then I'll let you guys in. But like, I get it. You're not going to predict the sanctions happening. But regardless, like, you have business to get done. These negotiations take time. And it's not just Rudiger. You have to negotiate Aspie, what's going to happen with him. You have to negotiate Christensen, what's going to happen to him. Figure out what's going to... Like, why are we waiting until January? It's the same thing that happened with the left wing back position. You guys remember when CHEWAT got injured? We had plenty of time before that January transfer window to get things done so that we can actually get someone in, actually get a solution in, instead of relying on Alonso. We didn't do anything until we got to January. It's absurd. It's absurd. And I don't know if it's 100% on Marina. I'm willing to forgive Marina a little bit, but I don't know if it's 100% on Marina or the team. But that's you can't know. No.
So,
God damn it, man.
For whatever reasons, didn't came to. Then we were in negotiations again. And it kind of go on okay.
Okay. It goes okay.
And then, boom, sanction came.
Well, the latest move by the UK government is to sanction
what are you
the
going to
owner
do?
of Chelsea Football Club, Roman Abramovich.
How
His
can you, though, explosive gamer? You know what I
June,
mean? Like, how is this forgivable?
Also with the pressure of...
How I would like to see some of the Marina defenders on this one. Because, look, I defend Marina. I love Marina. I think she's a fantastic negotiator, and I don't want to see her leave the club. But this is not forgivable. This is an L.
Of other clubs and everything. Like, and unfortunately, the uncertainty here, like, I didn't want it to wait until June to decide over my future because, like, it's not easy to play the whole season with uncertainty, you know? Like,
that's what I said. That's what I said when it all happened. Didn't I say, dude, we don't know what's going to happen with the club. Why the fuck would you wait until June? You have offers on the table for clubs that are going to pay you what you want to get paid. Why would you fucking wait? What if the offer that was offered you before isn't the same offer that's going to be given to you in June? What if it's less than what you wanted? I don't blame Rudiger for leaving at all. There's so much bullshit happening, and it should have gotten done in August. It should have been done in September. Same thing with Christensen. And I don't know if the Christensen situation is anything similar to this, but all that shit should have been done and dusted way before we even started the season.
Because I didn't know what was happening.
I don't blame you, bro.
From August till now.
Exactly.
So nobody saw this sanctions thing coming. So, yeah, and then I made a decision. The club has
don't
always...
look at me like that, bro. God damn.
People...
Yo, did you see how he just looked at us? I feel... Damn, Rudiger. Chill, bro. Yo, calm down, dog. Don't look at me like that. Fucking crazy eyes.
Who make decisions, they've always been good to me. You know, like, good to my family.
Hey, look at that Super Cup.
You know, and the last thing I will do is to share bad blood or something like this. This shouldn't reflect how good my time was here. I had for Chelsea always one promise. That was with Tuchel, that was with Marina, Peter Cech, and everything. I will always be to 100% committed. Not only in good times, in bad times. That's when I said, I am committed. I told this to Marina, my agent told this to her, that I will not cause any noise for nobody, and I will be committed, I will train, I will not come late.
But you see, like what you're saying, explosive, goes so against, and this isn't what you're saying, this is what people are saying, goes against what he's saying now and how he performed on the pitch. On the very last day of the season, today, he still performed well. He never dropped the ball. He didn't drop his head. His head didn't seem to have gone to Real Madrid before his season ended. He always gave it 110%. So I think it's bullshit. I think Marina just dropped an L and people are defending her for no reason.
Issues. So, and that's why. And that's what I did.
All right, Rudy. I really appreciate him at least doing this, though. I feel like people do, and there are people who really like him.
All Chelsea supporters around the world.
You're welcome,
all
bro.
the teammates I had, all the coaches I had. Really, really, thank you very much. You know,
but some of you guys don't rate
times, good times. I thank everyone because everyone was part of that journey. I always loved for this club, always special, the city. I came here alone, and I leave with 2 beautiful kids and my wife. And that's why London will always be special.
Yeah.
It's the home of my kids,
where you became
will always
Rudiger.
be also my home. And yeah, you guys always say blues forever. I hope it stays like that. Thank you very much.
You know what, dude? And I appreciate him having done that. I really do. I appreciate everything Rudiger brought to the table. Let's let you guys in. Velvishon, Nick Blue, Hassan, you guys are on. How are you guys doing? We'll start with Velvy. Well, actually, you don't need to tell me how you're doing, Velvy. I know how you're doing, but express it.
I'm got in, man. Wait, can I hear echo?
Yeah, no, I can hear you, bro.
No, I think I can hear an echo.
Oh, fuck, that might be me. Go ahead.
Yeah. I think it's better now. Yeah, so I'm got in, man. Like, I didn't pay attention much to the Villa game. I was just focused on Liverpool because I'm not gonna lie, Liverpool was so bad today. I was just like, please score this. I was like, do anything necessary, just dive, do anything, just win this game.
Mhm.
And I hear City, not City, Villa are 2-0 up. Coutinho, it was all written in the stars, but of course you got Tyrone Ming, Callum Chambers, like, and a former Everton goalkeeper. I just remembered Olsen used to play for Everton, so of course there's something's going to happen. And yeah, they scored. They came back, and funny enough, after they scored, we decided to score as well. So like, yeah, you could have done it earlier, but it is what
Yeah.
it is. Well done to City for winning the league. I'm just hoping we can go pull off the Champions League next weekend. But problem is, Thiago's out for the final. So that's a
Red
huge
card,
blow.
right? Or not red card, but yellow
Injury.
cards.
No, Thiago injury.
Oh, okay.
He got
I didn't know
injured
that.
today. I think it's a hamstring injury, so he's obviously out for the week. So currently the midfield is looking like Fabinho said he's back, but I'm not sure. So as things stand, our midfield is Keita, Henderson, and Milner against Modric, Cruz, and Casemiro, man.
When you put it that way, Velvishon, damn. When you put it that way, but honestly, like, let me ask you, and I don't think you're gonna come off as arrogant in any way. I think it's safe to say I believe you guys are gonna win it. I don't think that Real Madrid defense is good at all, and we definitely clowned them up a little bit, but we clowned ourselves in that first fucking leg of the that tie. Do you think you're gonna win it? You think you're confident that Liverpool can get a result and win the Champions League?
Yeah, I'm pretty confident. For like our attacker back to scoring ways. Mane has been on some mad goal scoring form. Salah finally got his goal finally after a while, so I think he looks very confident. Diaz, even though he's not going to score assists, he's going to terrorize Carvajal, because I think I'll put my money on Diaz to absolutely destroy him. I think the problem is the midfield. If Fabinho's back, then I feel like we're confident because I can trust Henderson. Henderson in big games always steps up, and Keita does what Keita does, just ball retention in the midfield and do what he does. And the back four, we saw today that with Matip and Konate, like, sort of audition who's going to be starting for the final. Personally, I want Konate for that final because I feel like we call him a cheat code because he's fast, he's tall, he's strong, and he's good aerially. Like he's basically like Gomez pace, Van Dijk aerial ability, and Matip ball carrying all in one. Like, so
that is kind of a cheat code.
Yeah, it's probably best for him to start. But yeah, he's starting to not miss out the Premier League just by 1 point, like twice, man. 97, 92 points is still not winning it. Is mad. So yeah, you have to give credit.
It's fucking competitive, man, and that's why, like, I have my hesitations to even say that we're even going to compete next season. I feel like Chelsea's going to have to rebuild. And Hassan, you tell me about it, man. You think Chelsea are going to have to rebuild? What's going on with the team? How do you feel about the performance? What's up, bro?
Hey, I'm all good, man. But when you said compete with the likes, when we, bro.
I was at the beginning of the season. Me and many fans were very deluded. I'll admit it right here.
No,
I'll say it. We were deluded, bro.
It was safe to say at that time, like, even Velvishon probably thought that we were going to compete at the start of the season. Like, nobody would predict how shit our actual team was.
It was, it was like false light. It's like what happened to Turkey in the Euros. Everyone thought Turkey was going to go some mad run, but it didn't happen. Same thing with Chelsea. Chelsea thought they were going to compete, but it turns out it didn't. Obviously,
we started strong, but there were factors. But even with those factors like in place, like we didn't have the depth. We didn't have the depth.
And
just
again,
simply
you
said,
should be beating some teams.
Bro,
Like, if you beat
that too.
I ain't gonna lie, man. The amount of issues that we have, it's just too many, man. We need a wing back, a backup to that, a DM, a centre back, and probably a new forwards. Because let's be honest, I'm sick and tired of our forwards getting
one
5
of
goals
your
a
targets
season.
is already gone. Boubacar Kamara, I think he's confirmed to join Villa.
Yeah, exactly. So it's literally sure many as our DM. We're gonna have to cough up money talks. I don't
hopefully
know
we
if
get Cucurella.
Liverpool are gonna pull 60, 70 out, but it's gonna look that way for us.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Hopefully, I mean, also Velvishon, to answer your question, to readjust your statement earlier about us being Turkey. United is actually the Premier League version of Turkey.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Oh,
that's so true. I forgot about that.
West Ham, man. Yeah. Oh, I'm so disappointed in you, man. Could at least just.
Oh yeah. What the fuck, West Ham? You had one job. Yeah, but I mean, Hassan, you feeling that? Do you feel that next season we're going to compete, or we're going to even come close, or do you feel like it's just going to be a rebuilding stage again?
Bro, compete is a very, very strong word, man. You have to be optimistic. I'm an optimistic guy, but I think it's going to be the Lampard season when we had to bring in youth players and stuff. I think I would have to say this is a little bit optimistic for me, but 4th with the League Cup or FA Cup. I think that's a little bit optimistic, but I think top 4 is bare minimum. And,
okay, I thought you said 4th. I was like, who's gonna? I mean, I don't know who's gonna beat us. But then again, Spurs are looking spicy, man.
The problem is we don't know if we're gonna. I don't know what our position is going to be, whether we're going to win a trophy. It all depends on the window. If we do get our window, right, and let's say, right, a dream signing, let's say, so like if we bring in a fresh 1 or 2 wingers with Lewandowski up front, then the problem is though, it's the gelling phase because they're going to have to gel quick. But if with them type of targets and with them type of like signings that we make, it wouldn't be stupid enough for us to at least say top 4 with the trophy. But if we don't get all of our targets and stuff, I think it's going to be a Lampard 2.0 season where Tuchel would just have to bring in academy players like Dujon Sterling, Conor Gallagher, Collywell, and etc. with the 1 or 2 targets that we may get in the summer. But yeah, man.
Okay. I think that's a pretty sturdy prediction. I think, and I can't really disagree with it.
Realistic,
I swear to God, if we can't beat Liverpool at least once next season, I am going to flip a shit. No offense to Velvishon, but like we lost 2 cup finals identically to Liverpool. Like if we can't fix up and at least put away the games like we should be able to, like today, for example. Kai Havertz should have had a hat trick of goals. Just can't finish. You know, it's like if we don't improve on that, then I don't see us beating Liverpool. We need to be able to finish. You know, it is what it is. Nick Blue, how you feeling, brother?
Yeah, hi Marshall. Yeah, I'm okay now. Last week won at Stamford Bridge after a long time.
Yeah, finally
in front of our American owner, so that was good to see. The match wasn't very good, but it wasn't about the match today. It was about the after-match celebrations, watching Aspie talk and Rudiger saying goodbye. It was very emotional for me. Yeah, and by the way, Hassan, Rudiger is a legend. He's not the cult hero. He's a legend. You get that to your
We're gonna have it. We will have a debate stream on that. I think so. Yeah. I think he won it with Conte.
Now here, it's been 5 years, right? When he came in, he wasn't rubbish. He was okay. With Conte, it was good. And under Lampard, he had that before. He had a big injury. Then he actually was playing with that injury before Lampard froze him out. When Lampard froze him out, and he admitted himself he wasn't playing that good because he was injured. But Tuchel came along and brought him back. And Rudiger, he was always good, always, not just because Tuchel came. So, he's a legend, will always be a legend at Chelsea. He's a true blue as well. He's, I didn't need the interview to make me think he's a legend or a true blue, because I knew Rudiger was like that anyway. When I watched him play, I watched his face, when he came over to us fans when we lost 6-0 to City, and he actually came over and said sorry. No other player did that. There's a lot of things you can talk about Rudiger. Yeah, and City. Yeah, congratulations to City winning the league. I didn't want Liverpool to win it because
don't say that in front of Belfishon.
I know that's what I'm saying.
You might make him cry, man.
No, I want him to cry. He's going to cry against Real Madrid, by the way.
Oh, I don't know, man.
Yes, I want to see him come here and cry because Liverpool are the luckiest
you said you were going to
team.
finish above us.
The luckiest team on this earth. They're the scum of the earth, Liverpool. Yeah.
Marshall, it will be funny. It will be so funny if we win the Champions League on pens. That'll be.
You won't win.
Oh, fuck off,
you ain't
bro.
Gonna do that. You've done
Fuck
it twice.
off.
You've done it twice. You ain't going to do it to Real Madrid. Will smash you to pieces. You watch. Yeah.
Nick, the hate is strong, Nick.
If Timo Werner can score against Madrid, then why can't Mane, Diaz, Jota, Salah?
Forget your Liverpool rubbish, man. Get it through your head. You were lucky to win 2 cups already. You ain't going to win another one. Get it out of your system before you cry too early.
Nick.
All right?
Okay, Nick, but we will come back to this next week. I'm sure we
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to come back to this next week.
Whoever wins, we'll be back. I'm always here. And Marshall, why I talk like that?
The rivalry is strong, man. The rivalry is strong. You definitely wanted Gerrard to get defeated today, 100%. Guys, by the way, I did look it up. So Rudiger has not won a Premier League with us. He won an FA Cup, the Club World Cup, Champions League, Europa League, Super Cup, and Confederations Cup, but that's with Germany. No Premier League, so he probably came the season after we won the Prem. So, yeah. Andrew, welcome, bro. How you been?
Fine, man. I watched a great football match tonight. Not Chelsea. I watched Man City.
Not Chelsea.
So I'm good, man. I'm just glad it's over, man. It's like a review at work. You've been building up for so long.
Yeah.
And it's over. It's over now. Just.
This is
so
what we
glad.
wanted, right? We just wanted the season to be fucking over.
It's over. It's just done. It's just done, man. And I'm just so glad. When I saw, and let me be petty now, when I saw Alonso not even on the bench, I was going, please let this be the future. When he wasn't even on the bench, I was like, please let it be the future.
Andrew, sorry to burst your bubble, but he is the Undertaker of Chelsea, man.
No, I don't know. Yeah, but hey, it's been a weird season, a very weird season overall. Or this Player of the Year nonsense. I don't care. I wouldn't have given it to anyone really. I would have given it to Tuchel probably, but that's it. Actually, Sam Kerr is my Player of the Year. That's what she is. She's my Player of the Year, Sam Kerr. But today was an illustration of the past 5 years at this club with our finishing.
Oh God!
Illustration.
Yeah.
So Kai Havertz. I mean, he gets lit off because remember he is silky. So
yeah.
He got even that tapping. I feel he was. I have to watch again. He looked like he was even stretching for that tapping. You know what I mean? So it's like, but I'm glad the owners were hopefully the owners were there. I mean, it'd be really, really effed up if this doesn't go through and they've been there for like 4 or 5 games and they were shaking hands with all the squad. Afterwards, it'd be really bad if it sort of.
That'd be awkward. That'd be so awkward.
I hope that, but I think Tuchel Tuchel came out today, didn't he? He said after the game that he is looking to keep it 3 at the back, although he's got to wait to see what the squad looks like.
Yeah.
So I just hope now, literally tomorrow or Tuesday, they literally sit down, get the sale done, and the next meeting is okay. Let's talk about the squad in more detail. Who's going? No, I don't want him. I don't want him. Let him go. But yeah, today was just sort of some Chelsea season up, really. If I'm being honest.
I mean, to touch on some of the things that you said, Andrew, today for me, Havertz did everything right except finish.
Yeah.
Which has been pretty much us this season.
Yeah.
Like you said it, like that game was the embodiment of our whole season. Just everyone happy to see Chilwell when he wasn't there.
Yeah,
and
that's probably the best bit.
Yeah, I mean, overall, because you brought it up, and now I did say I want to talk about this. I don't know how to say this without coming off as a hater. You know where I'm going with this. I really don't think Mount deserved that player of the season, in my opinion.
Numbers won over performances this season. Numbers won over performances this season.
Yeah, pretty much. And I mean, like, Velvishon, I guess this will be interesting to ask you because, you look at this from like a rival's perspective.
Let me just say, he was in the running. He was in the running for Burnley. I'll say that.
He's top 3, but he's not number 1.
Yeah, he's top 3.
Yeah, I think if you had asked me, I probably would have given it to Thiago Silva. But I want to ask, like, Velvishon, as like a rival, watching this from the outside in, would you have agreed that Mason Mount was our best player this season?
No, not really. I think if you're looking at who's been the most consistent throughout, even during the poor period, I think Thiago Silva, because I think he single-handedly kept you in games, and it's due to the poorness around him that's let him down. Realistically,
yeah,
because Mount is good, like scoring goals and assists, but let's be real, it's against the bottom 3, like against like Burnley, Norwich, and Watford.
It's like Phil Foden.
Yeah, Phil Foden. Even Phil Foden didn't even deserve that young player of the world, which was BS.
Yeah.
Bro, listen here, right? The funny thing is, Andrew, you remember the time when he scored that top bin against that Fleetwood Town outside the box that everyone raved about it? Yeah. Fuck yeah, if that was Mount, everyone was slating him.
I'm just saying, I think, hindsight's great and everything. If he hadn't been injured, I think Reece James would have been player of the season if he hadn't been injured.
Yeah, he was definitely.
And I think Kovacic has
before the injury.
Well.
Thank you, Velvishon. Velvishon, thank you.
Kovacic, though, he had a fantastic start to the season. Can anyone remember over the past 4 months the last time he'd done an assist for a cup?
Listen. The disrespect, Andrew. Listen, Andrew. I need you to take your logic and shove it up your ass, man. This attack does not do Kovacic or players like Ziyech any favors.
Andrew, hasn't Kovacic been injured the last few months?
That's why Reece James can't win it, because Kovacic's been injured as well. So many times this season, so they can't win it. I mean, that was the fans' vote, right? For the player, was it the fans' vote for the player?
Oh, if it's the fans' vote, it makes perfect fucking sense now.
Yeah, it's a fans' vote.
Yeah, every club has the fans' vote. Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see who the players vote for. That's always sometimes different. The players always vote for someone different.
Andrew, can I just pop in? Yeah, about the player of the season, it wasn't Mount. It was Thiago Silva by a mile. Rudiger was second. Reece James was third. I don't know where they got Mount from. Like, it must be Johnny sabotaging the voting. I'm joking. This is a sabotage by a Johnny Blue Boy.
No, Johnny went off Fiverr and paid everyone to vote for Mount, man.
I'll just say this. I think Mount. I disagree with you. I would say Reece James if he hadn't been injured for a bulk of the season. Mount's numbers are up there. Performances-wise, no. I think his numbers get him up there more than his performances. Unlike last season, where his performances got him up there more than his numbers. So going forward, he's got to marry the two together. He won it. I'm not going to waste my time debating Mount in or out. He's going to be a part. It's just a waste of energy now. It's
yeah.
There's arguments for top 3. There's always arguments for.
And I think top three are him, Rudiger, and Thiago Silva. Those are my top three performances for the entire season because they've been there consistently. So.
Yeah, call me a hater. My top three was probably Thiago Silva, Rudiger, and Kovacic.
Hater.
He doesn't even. He doesn't even make my top three. I'm sorry. It's just like it's the clusters. You know what I mean? It's the fact that his season he was good in clusters. He would have really bad performances, and then all of a sudden, the very next performance, he stepped it up. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and say like he didn't have good games. Like he had the game against Real Madrid, fantastic game. That's the best I've seen Mount play all season, but he didn't keep it up.
Well, that's what I mean.
Ironically enough, this is what Bruno gets praised for.
Yeah, the numbers.
He's up there because of his numbers. Let's face it, it's his numbers that get him over.
It's like this. He'll score a hat trick one game and just go missing for the next 5 games and just score again.
But the problem is people just 13 goals, 16. I think it's 13 goals, 16 assists in all comps or something like that. And people will look at that and as a headline go, "Oh my god!" It's the same with Phil Foden, right? Oh my god! Look at his numbers. It's like people that pray that this Mount for scoring against a hat trick against Norwich don't realise that Foden's only scored against relegation teams this year as well. So it's like it's weird, man. But that's what I mean. I wouldn't waste any player of the year for a season like this. I don't care, and don't waste your time. Don't waste your time battling whether Mount's in the team or not. We know he's going to be in there. So
there's no point battling because let's be honest, any one of them could deserve to win it. But besides Mount, Lukaku and probably Havertz, the rest of them have got 5 goals between them.
Like I said, you know why Mount won it? Because Johnny's best friend is Fat Sir, who's stupid with his money. He probably pays all the fans to it. Yes, no, it's true.
Where did Fat Sir come from?
This is true. I don't believe me. I don't believe
Fat Sir votes for Werner, man.
Yeah, Fat Sir voted for Werner.
I hardly believe Fat Sir would vote for.
Nick, I just wouldn't waste your energy on it, mate. I really wouldn't. It's just dumb.
It's a fan reward. It's for your club.
It's a fan. Yeah, it's a fan's vote.
The Premier League, UEFA, Champions League.
Yeah, it's a fans vote. But fans should know better. Thiago was the best.
Yeah, Nick, that's what I was going to say, actually. I feel like it's so disrespectful that Thiago Silva didn't even get a sniff. You know what I mean? Like, he really, in my opinion, we were halfway through the season already saying it. Like, this guy is going to win. Like, he has to. Because okay, towards the latter half of the season, our defense wasn't that great. But like Velvishon said, I think it didn't help him that he had Aspie that had dead legs next to him, and Rudiger, who at some point was kind of in Real Madrid, but then he came back.
It was the voting was fixed, like they done with Trump and Boris Johnson.
Come on, man. It's a Chelsea.
My God.
Oh, my God.
No, I don't believe.
You're really getting deep into this, Nick. Conspiracy theory.
I voted for Silva, and a lot of Chelsea fans voted for Silva. I saw on Twitter, everyone's Silva. So why? How come
Nick
Mason Mount won it?
Recount the vote.
Recount the vote.
How far does this conspiracy run?
Oh, the Blues conspiracy. That's the next segment for next week today.
Don't get me wrong. I do like Mason Mount. He's a Chelsea player. He came from the 7-year-old up all the way. Yeah. He's a good player, but he wasn't the best player.
No, and you know what? Just to go and show how low the standards have come for this club, Mason Mount, 32 Premier League games, 11 goals, 10 assists, player of the season.
Yeah,
that's really low. It's barely double digits, and that's the standard for the club right now.
But that's the thing. When we're even discussing this, no offense, when we're even discussing top 3 players a year, 2 of them are defenders. That's poor as well.
Yeah, it's true.
I should be talking about a forward. I should be talking about a winger, midfielder, and then I go, credit to the defense as well.
Extra bonus points.
Like last year, it was a goalkeeper who was in top 2. It's I really don't want to become Man United where they give their goalkeeper the player of the season 4 years in running or something like that. It's just wrong. You're right. The standards have to be.
The standard had dropped completely, but All right, folks, I'm going to wrap it up here. There may or may not be. I was planning on taking a break this Sunday just to do some catching up and start working towards giving you guys more shows and all that stuff. But I may actually have a stream again. So we'll see. I'll let you guys know. We'll let you know through the community tab. If you're watching this in the future, leave a comment down below. Let us know who your player of the season is. Do you agree that it should be Mount? Do you think it should have been Silva? Yada, yada. Let us know what you thought about the whole season. If Marcus Alonso even. Throw him in there. Who cares? You know what? Malangsar, player of the season. There you go. Make sure you guys smash the like button. Subscribe if you're brand new to the channel. Hit the bell notification so you don't miss our future streams. And check out some of the links in the description. Support your boy here doing it. But yeah, guys, have a wonderful rest of your day. I hope you guys enjoyed the Premier League. We'll be back with more Chelsea Unfiltered Show very soon.